Hey guys, so I'm coming at you this morning bare-faced. We are gonna do our makeup today as I get ready for work. So I'm gonna go in, my skin is already prepped. I got my sunscreen and my moisturizer on. So I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona. This is the High Glam Foundation, Hydrating and Blurring Long Wear Radiant Serum Foundation. I have been absolutely obsessed with this foundation, you guys. It is so good. So I'm gonna I usually do like 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And then I'm just taking this is the Sephora 40 foundation brush. I recently just got this because I needed to get a new foundation brush. So I just like coat all the bristles. And now I'm just gonna press it in to my skin. Make sure to get my neck, bring the foundation down. And it just gives like the most beautiful radiant coverage, and your skin still looks like skin, which I really like. I don't like anything too heavy on my face anymore. I find it, my skin doesn't, as I'm aging, it doesn't look good as it did when I was like in my 20s. So as you get older, everything changes. Okay. And the great thing about this is that you can build it up. You can put more pumps, you know, more foundation on if you want to build up the coverage. But I just did 2 pumps and it's giving me, you know, fairly decent coverage, like medium coverage, I'd say, for the most part. I do have like little sunspots and little freckles and little, you know, normal skin stuff, so it does peek through a bit. So just for a little extra coverage, I like to go into concealer for this, and I also use it as an eyeshadow base, and I use it for the inner part of my right in here, because I do have a little bit of discoloration. So I just like to do a little dot, a little dot, a little dot there, a little dot there. And just anywhere where I have a little bit of redness, like around my nose, a little bit here. Just anywhere where I want that extra bit of coverage. And this is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It is very full coverage, so if you're like a very minimal makeup wearer, you can wear that like a foundation almost, because it just gives a lot of coverage. And you can spot conceal too. Like if you don't want to wear foundation, just like use it where you need to. Okay. So we're just making sure it's all blended out. So I'm kind of patting it, pressing it into the skin. Okay. So our foundation is on, our concealer is on. Now I'm gonna go in with a cream bronzer, and then I will go in with a powder after. So this is the cream bronzer by Say. This is the Sun Melt Cream Bronzer in light bronze. This is a really great formula, especially if you want like a very natural look. So I like to put my bronzer here, just around like the perimeter of my face, and it just, yeah, it just gives like a very natural look to the skin. Very, very sun-kissed, very, very nice. Here. Everybody does their makeup differently, and I'm not professing to know everything, so this is just how I do my makeup. So if you have anything to say, keep your comments to yourself. Be nice in the comments, please. So now I'm going to go into powder. I'm going to set my face first because I'm going to put some powder products on. So I'm going in with the Natasha Denona. I've been absolutely obsessed over this powder since I got it. It's the High Glam Setting Powder, translucent and blurring powder. It's supposed to be sweat and waterproof. So I'm just going to go in with a fluffy powder brush and just press it into my skin here. Especially in the T-zone area, because that's where mostly everybody tends to sweat throughout the day. Alright. So we got the powder on. My skin looks great. So now I'm going to go in with blush. I'm going to go in with Patrick Ta. This is a new blush that he launched. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo in Out of Office. And it's just this beautiful kind of pinky shade. So what he does is he uses the powder first and then he goes in with the cream. But I've been putting the cream first and then the powder. But let's try it his way. So powder first, and I'm just putting it just in this perimeter right here. I'm kind of doing like an arrow sort of shape. And it just gives this beautiful pink flush to the cheek, as you can see. And now we'll go in with the cream. And it just, apparently, it just gives this beautiful kind of glow within kind of look. And it does. It gives it a nice kind of sheen to the cheek. So you can kind of see the glow from the cream, which I like. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of powder just because it's a lot. It's very pigmented. So I find if I put too much blush on, because I think I have blush blindness, I like to go in with powder to kind of subdue it a bit. Okay, so that's beautiful. So now we're going to go in with the Rare Beauty. This is the Soft Matte Powder Bronzer in Warmed Up. And I'm just going to go over that where I put the Say bronzer. Just all over the perimeter of my face. Now I don't normally do that, but I thought today, what the heck, I might as well. Usually I put a powder or a cream, not both. Okay, so now we're going to go on to brows, and I'm going to go in with Rare Beauty, of course. So this is the Brow Harmony Precision Brow Pencil in Cool Brown, and this is the Flexible Lifting Brow Gel. This is in the shade also Cool Brown. So I like to just fill in where the brows are a bit sparse. Very lightly, just doing hair-like strokes. Okay, so this is one brow, and now we're going to do the other one. And I'm just very lightly pressing. And that is my other brow. And now I like to go in with, I usually use the clear brow gel, which I absolutely love, but I'm really loving this too now. I love that it's a tint, it's very light, so it's not like crazy pigmented, because I find some of them are extremely pigmented and then you just get like this dark patch, so I'm not all about that. So let me just show you. See, it's like very light, which I can get down with. I like that. So we got our base on. So let's go in with our eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with the BellabeautyBar Strange and Unusual palette today. This is what the outside of the packaging looks like. So this is like Beetlejuice inspired. That's what the inside of the palette looks like. So I think I want to use these 3 shades today. Find out. We will find out. So I'm gonna go in first with, I think, I'm gonna go in with Lydia first, this red. Like this flat kind of brush, and put that like on the inner corner. And I'm just pressing. Look how pigmented that is. You guys, in the eyeshadows, like, are just out of this world. Look at that. That is amazing. I don't think you can get pigmented like that with a mainstream brand. Well, very, very few, even. Or then it just turns out kind of pink. It's a red, but then it kind of goes pink on you. So I'm just kind of pressing it in first. Okay, so there we have it. So now I'm gonna go in with this olive green called Beetlejuice. Well, it is Beetlejuice. There's 2 Beetlejuices in here. And I'm just going in with a fluffy brush here. And I'm just kind of pressing it in, and then I'll go back and kind of blend it. So I'm going to take it all the way to that red and just kind of blend it. And then once I have it where I like it, I'm gonna go in with this burgundy shade, also called Beetlejuice. And I'm just gonna put it on the lower lash, the upper lash line here, bring it out, and bring it like this. All right, same thing on this line. Now I'm just going to go in with a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend. So pigmented and beautiful. So I did get a smidge of fallout, so I'm just going to kind of wipe it away here. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of mimic what I did under the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with Lydia first. On like the inner portion right here. Okay. Then I'm going to go into Beetlejuice, that olive green. Okay. And then I'm going to go into the purple, the plum shade of Beetlejuice as well. And just press that right there. Okay. So now I'm just going to go back and do blending. And then once I'm happy with the way it looks, let's go in with a shimmer. I think I want to go into Bio Exorcist, this purple. Put that on the lid. And I'm just using my finger. This is a stunning shade. Yeah. And now, I think I'm going to go into Miss Argentina. It's like teal-y shade. And just put that inner corner there. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into Lost Souls, and I'm gonna press that on the outer edge. I'm gonna go back into Bio-Exorcist and just kind of reinforce it a little bit. And just blend everything together. Okay. So I think this is the look for today. So let's go in with some mascara. I'm gonna go in with the Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is the False Lash Effect mascara. The fun thing about makeup is that you can be creative and use all these different colors together, and you can wash it off. It washes off. I think also, since I've been trying indie eyeshadows, is that my eyeshadow game has changed. It's become a lot better. I've found that I've improved myself. And you just have all these neat shades together, these duochromes and these shifty shades and these shimmers, and it's just, it just is, you know, tea. Okay. So this is our finished eye look today. I love it. Let's do a lip combo. So I'm gonna go in with this vampy lip, because why not? Because it's Beetlejuice, right? So this is the MAC Lip Glazer in the shade Night Moth. And then this is their new lip stain. This is in the shade called Soda Poppy. It looks scary in the tube. Okay. It's a stain. So it's not like crazy pigmented, like I can still see kind of my lip through it. So yeah, this is my finished